Good morning, welcome to the first port day on this 8-day Mediterranean cruise in December on the Costa Toscana. I already don't like Naples. There are so many people hassling people getting off the ship right there, and they're so aggressive. There is the ship, and this is what the port of Naples looks like. It's a chilly day today. I am going to do my own short walking tour in Napoli this morning. Bit of a late start to the day. It is already 11. Slept in a little bit, had a very nice breakfast in the buffet, and I'm very excited that every single day from now on is a port day. I have already filmed 2 videos on the Costa Toscana boarding day, and then yesterday was a sea day. Please consider being a channel member. Click the join button below this video. Channel members see the videos before everybody else, and I told them about this trip before everybody else, but I hope you're excited for the rest of this cruise. We have some exciting places coming up and some new places that I have never been before. I've been to Naples one time before and I don't have a good opinion of it, to be honest, but I have an open mind today, and maybe I'll walk away today liking Naples. Let's see. That is the Castel Nuovo. By the way, today's date is December the 16th, 2025. So maybe we're going to see some Christmas decorations today. And like I said, it is a chilly morning today in Italy. First thing I'm noticing is the architecture is absolutely amazing. The buildings are beautiful. Feels like everywhere you turn there's just something old. Look at that. That is so cool. The rain is pouring, but I have made it to my first destination, just a few minutes walk away from the port. This is, I'm going to try and say it, Piazza del Plebiscito, and this is the main square in Naples. It is absolutely massive. It is huge. There has been a public square here since the 17th century, and that is the Royal Palace of Naples. I'm actually surprised that there's not a huge Christmas market here. I assume there's a small one there, but I expected the whole square to be filled with Christmas, but it's not. Very nice, very nice. Italy has some of the best architecture. The buildings are just incredible. People were coming here in the 17th century. Christmas market is currently closed. Maybe it opens only in the evenings. But opposite the Royal Palace is a basilica. I'm not sure if we can go inside, but we're going to try. Has a huge dome on top. Kind of reminds me of the Vatican City a little bit, just because of the huge open space. Let's see if we can go inside. Has huge pillars. Hats off and I am in. Check this out. Wow. Check the dome out. That is massive. And here is the Christmas nativity scene. Very nice. Wow, I like that a lot. Always so impressed by these older buildings, because I think human beings would struggle to build something like this today, even with modern technology and equipment. But these guys built it hundreds of years ago. It is incredible. You can just see the size of those pillars. Look at that. It's bigger than me, and there's about 30 of them going around the building. Very nice. I just counted the pillars. There are 32. I was close. Here is the name of that basilica. I'm not going to try and read it, but this is your view out the front. I have a hidden gem that is going to keep me warm during this winter cruise around the Mediterranean. Brave the cold in comfort and in style with the GoKozy heated vest, the ultimate solution for winter weather, featuring 15 targeted heating zones and 3 adjustable temperature levels. Consistent warmth exactly when you need it the most, from brisk morning walks to outside work or weekend adventures or cold vacations. I can hold down the power button, it's going to light up red, and I'm instantly getting power. There are 3 different zones that you can target: the abdominals, the back, or the shoulders. holders, but I like to keep them all on because it is nice and toasty today. Powered by a massive 20,000 mAh rechargeable battery, you'll enjoy long-lasting heat that keeps you cozy for hours. You can put it under your jacket or you can wear it on the outside for instant warmth and comfort throughout the day without the bulking. This is your go-to gear for this winter season. Grab yours today by scanning this QR code or clicking the link in the description and stay warm with me. Thank you GoKozy for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for the gifted heated vest. I'll show you one secret. I can press the light button. The light is gonna go off, but I'm still getting heat. So everybody else is cold, but I'm gonna be nice and toasty. Let's continue to explore Naples. It looks like people are walking inside the Royal Palace of Naples, so let's try and do that. I do find it funny that in the 17th century, this was probably the most important area in the whole city of Naples, and now it's just a Christmas market. Now tourists come here and take some pictures. It's kind of funny. You can see these guard stands outside. That is so cool. No guards today. I bet there was back in the day. There's another one on the other side. Let's enter the Royal Palace of Naples. And here we go. Looks like a courtyard or something. I love the big windows up there. Very nice, very nice. I'm not too sure how much we can actually see. This sign says this was a carriageway. So I assume horse and carriages used to come through here. It's very, very narrow. So the carriages must have been very, very slim. Damn, Daniel, look at this. This is so cool. Look at that. I want to play football in here. That is perfect for football. Wow. You see what I mean? The royal carriages used to go through here, now it's just me with a camera. That is incredible. See the balconies up there? I like this a lot. That is very, very nice. Very impressive. Unfortunately, the fountain has seen better days. There is some information here in the carriageway, and it says that it was destroyed during the war, so it was all rebuilt. And look at that. They put an ice rink in here. There's soldiers skating. There is a ticket office there which you can go inside and see more, but it's more about the history of the building and stuff. But I think I've seen enough, so let's move on. We have a lot more to see in Naples. You exit the palace and that is your view of the main square and the basilica. I've noticed that cars do not stop when you want to cross the street on the zebra crossing. You kind of just have to go and hope that they stop. Our next destination was just across the street from the main square, and it is called the Galleria Umberto, and it is incredible. Look at this. Look at that. That is amazing. Wow. I was just reading the history about this place. It was built in 1887 to 1890, and this is the reason it was built. It was built to modernize Naples, replace the slums. I think they need a few more of these, and create a safe, elegant public space for shopping and socializing. It is spotless. It is so nice. And it is massive. How do you build this thing 140 years ago? I don't know, but it's very nice. Love the floor as well. The mosaic, the tiles. That is the most disappointing Christmas tree I've ever seen. Look at that potential. You could have a huge Christmas tree in there. So this is shaped like a cross. There's the top of the cross, and then the two arms, and then the bottom of the cross down there. But if you look on the ground, every single mosaic is different. They're all unique, and they have their own design. That is so cool. Maybe there's people out there that have never heard of Naples or Napoli, but I'm sure you've heard of this guy. This is Maradona, and he played soccer. He played football for Napoli. It always makes me laugh that this was built, like I said, 140, 150 years ago, and there's a McDonald's here. I like this a lot. I'm trying to think what I did the last time I was in Naples. I can't even remember, to be honest, but I definitely did not come here. Anyway, everywhere I go today is going to be in the description, so you can come here too if you ever visit Naples. Let's move on. We have more to see. There is one last look. Very, very impressive. This street is called Via Toledo. This is the main street in the city. So let's take a walk. Let's see what we can find. Ooh, I like this. It looks like they blocked the cars coming down the street here. One thing I do know about Naples is a lot of pickpockets, so be very, very careful of your stuff. I see so many people harassing people in the street, trying to get them to buy things. Seems like everywhere you turn is just impressive architecture. I think that is a theater. Just picked a random side street here. Looks very nice. And you will see a lot of guys selling genuine, authentic merchandise on the street. Get your magnets. Maradona is absolutely everywhere. I had no idea. Well, I mean, I knew Maradona was an icon, but I had no idea he was still an icon to this day. He is everywhere. Hello. So many of these side streets. I would not want to drive down there. What would they do if there was a fire down there? You would not get a fire truck down there. Just like that. Diego is everywhere. The problem with going to new cities for one day is you don't know where the bad areas are, where you should not go. So I'm definitely on edge just a little bit. Gotta watch out for the scooters as well, but let's go back to the main street because I don't know where I'm going. That is a metro station and that is a school. There's a million kids playing up there. What a place to live. It's so condensed. Many people living right on top of each other. I am back on Via Toledo, extremely busy street. You gotta be careful of the cars and scooters, people doing their shopping. Extremely busy. And the cruise line was actually running tours to Pompeii. That is another place I've never been to. There are sweet treats and cakes absolutely everywhere. Every restaurant has this outside. Delicious. I have seen everything that I want to in Naples today, so I'm going to do a big loop and head back to the ship. That's the great thing about cruising. You can spend as little time in the port as you want to. And you never know what you're going to see when you just pick random streets. I have made it back to the port. I'm about to reboard the Costa Toscana. So what is my opinion about Naples, Italy? Honestly, it is nothing special. It is nothing special. There are a lot of homeless people everywhere. There is trash absolutely everywhere. The streets are filthy. You will get hassled everywhere you go. People selling fake stuff, people selling illegal stuff. Every street that you go on is gonna feel a little bit unsafe. So would I recommend visiting Naples? I don't care. If I never come back here again for the rest of my life, I don't care. It's nothing special. And I do think it's just another European city that's been ruined by some of the things that I just mentioned. Anyway, this is why I love cruising. I can jump on and jump off the ship whenever I want to. Let's go and eat, let's go and relax. And that was Naples, Italy. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I saw, but I think I saw exactly what I wanted to and no more. Let's go back on board. I can show you exactly what I mean. There is the ship and here is the entrance to the port, and literally 5 feet in front of the port there is people hassling you for tours and excursions, buying some products. It's ridiculous. I have no idea why they allow these people so close to the port. At least let people get into the city first. If I walk 1 minute over there, at least 10 guys are going to be like, do you want this, do you want this? No, I don't. I just want to walk. Anyway, let's go back. By the way, I just want to mention it just in case you ever have a cruise that comes to Naples, because they're literally harassing people, chasing people down the street. I would understand if they were standing there, come here if you want to tour, I would understand that. But you can't even walk a minute outside the port without 50 guys just jumping on you. It's like, just have a stand there. If you want to tour, then come this way. If you don't, then keep walking. This is what the terminal building looks like. It is massive. And of course, there's souvenir shops inside here as well. Today we are docked next to MSC Splendida, and there is the Costa Toscana, the 10th biggest cruise ship in the world. And there it is. You see the full scale of this thing when you get really close to it. Look at that. How does this thing float? I have no idea. Here we go, back on board. It feels so good to come back. It is 3:10, so we spent a few hours in Naples. I am hungry. I got off the ship at 11. That's when I had breakfast, so we need to go straight to the buffet and get something to eat. I'm so glad that I had my heated vest today because it got chilly out there. My cabin is on deck 9. I'm right at the front of the ship. My cabin is 9001. I'm just going to drop some stuff off in my cabin and then run to the buffet quickly. It is going to close at 4 p.m, so I still have plenty of time. So I treat every single video like someone's going to watch it for the first time. So I'm going to show you the cabin again just very quickly. In case you didn't catch my previous videos, this is the 3rd video that I filmed in this cruise series. I do have a balcony, which was a free upgrade. I got surprised when I boarded because I paid for an interior cabin. Very, very comfortable bed. I slept like a baby every single day so far, and my cabin attendant has been in here to clean up, which I appreciate it very, very, very much. I have walked 12,000 steps, almost 6 miles today, so I was not off the ship for that long, but I am very, very, very hungry. Plus, I'm on a cruise, so gotta eat, right? Here is the pizza restaurant. Pizza for lunch sounds so delicious, and I've also noticed that they have 0 pizza in the buffet. I guess they want to force you to come to this restaurant. Smells good every single time I walk by. I can show you on my way to the buffet, the Colosseo. This is the heart of the ship, and this is where they're going to have some shows. It is a beautiful theater, but it's one of the worst designed theaters I've ever been in. I will show you why later. But that is the Colosseo. Welcome to the buffet on the Costa Toscana. Luckily, it is not very busy right now. It is going to close at 4. So it is almost closing time. There is the dessert station. I love eating the desserts, but there's pasta, there's everything that you could ever want. And it's very, very big, a lot of seating. And here is lunch. Got some chicken, got a meat skewer, got some rice, and of course, the 2 desserts, chocolate cake and mango. Let's eat. And I had to get some pasta bolognese, but I did not get any more chocolate cake. I didn't. Lunch was delicious. I've come up to deck 16, gonna check out the indoor pool. I've not seen this bar open yet. The Apple Spritz bar, have not seen it open. Maybe it has, but this is where the indoor pool is. This is what I love about Costa. They have indoor pools, and it's so hot in here, it feels like a sauna. So even if it's cold and rainy outside, you can still come to the pool. There is a lot of seating upstairs. On this stage here, they have some fitness classes, they have a band as well. And then out there is Naples. It's starting to get dark already. It is 4 o'clock. They're about to start playing some family games by the pool, and also they're doing a scavenger hunt right now. So there's a million kids running around the ship everywhere because the winner gets free ice cream for the rest of the cruise. Ice cream is not free on the ship. Also, it's so strange that MSC does it, Costa does it, I don't know which other cruise lines do it, but every single port, new people get on and new people get off. So today is some people's first day, but of course I've been here for 3 days. Some people have been here for a week, some people are leaving tomorrow, so it's very, very strange that every single day is someone's first day. I'm ready to go for day number 3. Here is tonight's outfit, a little bit more casual tonight. Let me show you the balcony because it is freezing out there. It is 6:12. MSC is still here, and there's a lighthouse in the distance. You're going to see it flash. There it is. Did you see it? One more time. There it is. It is raining, it is cold, and I'm very, very, very excited for tonight. It's been a few hours since I last recorded anything at the pool, just been relaxing, took a shower, and I'm ready to go. Let me show you what is on the agenda for tonight. By the way, someone is smoking out there on their balcony. Please don't do that. It is so unsafe. I don't know who's doing it, but this is what's going on. Pretty much 6:30 is when stuff really starts to kick off in the evening, like live music and stuff. And the show tonight, they have pictures with the captain. He's going to be in the Colosseo 8:15. And then the show tonight is this. It's called Leonardo the Genius, an epic set of beautiful Florence through the intriguing lives of Leonardo, Lorenzo, Clarence, and the infamous Savonarola. Now, I assume this is an Italian thing because I have no idea who any of those people are. And then there is also a game show tonight called Top 10. It says, guess the strangest and most amusing top 10s together with your entertainment team. Again, that is in the Colosseo. And I hope that is better than the game show yesterday. It was the worst game show I've ever seen in my life. But that's what's going on. We're going to fit in dinner tonight as well in the buffet, probably around 8 o'clock. But right now, I think I'm going to go listen to some live music. They're about to start in the Rock Club. And we're just sailing away right now. So I can hear the engines rumbling. But I'm in a chill mood tonight. It's going to be nothing too crazy, but it's always fun. It's always fun. Let's go. By the way, I don't know why I said I'm going more casual tonight. It's not like I have anything fancy. Anyway, everything I have is casual. I am going to go to the reception to see if I can change my dining reservation, just because I don't want to keep going to the buffet for dinner. I do want to go to the dining room to see if they have a single table for me, because I don't want to sit with strangers, because it can get strange. This ship is so colorful. There is the reception. It is a bad place to go on a cruise ship. Don't go there unless you absolutely have to. Reception is guest services. The dealers in the casino are getting ready to open. As soon as the ship sails away, then the casino will open. It's not allowed to be open if the ship is in port. So this is how ridiculous the theaters are on this ship. It is 6:45 and the first show is at 7:45, and there's people getting their seats already. So they're gonna have to sit there for 1 hour just to get a decent seat to watch the show, because I would say 90%, maybe 80% of the seats are bad seats. So there's people down there, they're gonna be sitting there for 1 hour, literally just to get a good view of the show. It's ridiculous.
Success of our show, we kindly ask you not to use the flash of your cameras and cell phones. Thanks for your cooperation.
La mia è una storia che finì. Grazie a Leonardo, l'amico geniale.
That was actually Leonardo the Genius. I didn't plan on watching the first show, but it is now 8:17 and the buffet is going to close at 8:30, so I need to run so I can get some dinner, and then after dinner I'll tell you about that show. Okay, luckily the buffet is not busy. By the way, it is absolutely crazy that parents allow their kids to run around the buffet. Bad parents. This is what I got. Roast chicken, roast potatoes. This is penne with salmon and vodka. I never had it before, and no dessert. Didn't get any dessert today, no dessert. Let's get a verdict on the salmon vodka. I love salmon. Really good, so creamy. Welcome to the arena. This is the other theater on the ship. There's nothing going on here tonight, only the party at midnight. So let's talk about that show. It was Leonardo the Genius. First of all, I think it was about Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not sure about that, but I think it was. But it wasn't what I expected at all. I thought it was going to be all Italian songs, Italian singing, but it wasn't. It was so good. By far the best show I've seen so far on this ship. It was so much fun. The singers were really good. The dancers were really good. Don't know what the story was. I'm sure it's a real story about Leonardo da Vinci, but I honestly don't know. But I really enjoyed it. They had like high flyers on the wires, and yeah, it was really good. The reason I watched the first show is because I went to the rock club to watch the rock band, but they were taking a break. So I walked past the Colosseo and the show was starting in like 20 minutes and there was a really good seat available. So I was like, let me just sit down and just wait and watch it. And I'm really glad I did. I might watch the second one. It is now 8:50 and the second one is at 9:30. I might watch it, but if I could watch one show again, I would probably watch that one again rather than the ones that I saw previous, Lava and the Michael Jackson one. They were okay, but that one by far the best show I've seen. So if you're ever on a Costa ship and Leonardo the Genius is playing, definitely go and see it. 100% worth the wait and not what I expected. Really fun. I'm so blue because the lights over there are very blue. Let me show you this arena. So this arena has the same problem as the Colosseo. There's a lot of bad seats. And when they do have shows in here, they put seats down on the floor, which of course are the best seats. So if you're up here, you pretty much have a pointless view, because if I go back here, let's say this is my seat, you can't see anything. Like, you can hardly see the stage, you can't see anything on the floor. So there is a lot of bad seats in here. So unfortunately, both of the theaters on this ship, terribly designed. They're very nice, they're beautiful, but really badly designed. Like I said earlier, maybe 10%, 20% actually good seats. The rest of them, terrible. Not even worth coming to the show if you get one of these back seats, because you can't see anything. And they do have a disco here every night, which I have not been to because it's at midnight and that's past my bedtime. I did want to watch the second show, but there is absolutely zero good seats available. So I might hang around, just see what I can see, but there is nowhere left. That is the end of another day on board the Costa Toscana. Thank you so much for watching this video right until the end. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Naples. I've had a very chill evening since dinner. I watched a little bit of the second show just because I couldn't get a good spot, so I couldn't see anything. I spent like 1 hour in the rock club. That band is so good, so much fun, and I love that kind of music. It was packed out in there. It's the busiest I've ever seen the rock club. So much fun. I spent some time in the casino. I'm not allowed to film in the casino, that's why you never see anything, but I watched some people play the roulette. It's really fun to watch people win. but then they lose it so quickly. It's scary how quickly people lose money. And then I also went to the pool deck. They had like ice sculptures, like there were some chefs doing the ice sculptures. It was really fun, very, very interesting to see. And right now they have a white party, which is going to go all night because it is already 12:30. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you had a good day. Tomorrow we are in Rome, so I'm very, very excited to film another video. I hope that you want to see more. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to follow me for the rest of this cruise. We're almost halfway through and there's a lot of fun to come. Please consider becoming a channel member. Click the join button below this video to see all of the information. You'll be supporting me, plus channel members see the videos before everybody else. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. A lot more to come. I hope that you want to see it. Subscribe and I'll see you tomorrow in Rome. Goodbye.